All righty, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. It's 2 o'clock. Welcome everyone to the Stress Resilience series. This is our fourth session, and today I am really excited. Chelsea Larsen from the Nutritional Health Coach for Natural Grocers, Cedar Falls, is here, and she's going to share how incorporating a few supplements into our daily routine can help manage stress. Stress depletes many nutrients, but specific supplements can help replenish these very important nutrients and bolster our reserves. One more tool we can use to bounce back from any stress we may encounter. So Chelsea, welcome and
Yeah.
hey.
All right. Well, thanks, Julie. It's a pleasure to be back. I'm very thankful to be here live from Natural Grocers today instead of in my living room. Here at Natural Grocers, we are passionate about being rooted in health. Let's see. Sorry, my notes are a little off-centered. Okay. To help the community go from surviving to thriving. Again, we're based on communities, education and support, based on a few founding principles: nutrition education, community, but also a few lots of affordable prices and quality standard products, which I am also going to share today with us. All right. So, and as a thank you for joining us during this series, stop on in to the store for a $5 Natural Grocers coupon. You can ask any employee in the store, just mention that you're a part of the Stress Resilience series. All right, so here we are at week 4. It's been such a pleasure to do this series with all of you, and here we are so close to the end. I can't believe it. I hope everyone has gained something to serve you in the present and in the future. I know I have. I am especially excited to get my meditation practice back on track and to add in some bilateral movement to my daily habits. I'm giving myself the goal of just 5 minutes a day of guided meditation 3 times a week for the next month, and then 5 minutes of bilateral movement whenever I get home from work. From there, I know that I can reevaluate. So yeah, how are you guys implementing some of the new things that we've learned in measurable ways in your daily routine? Yeah, you can type into the chat pane. Think about it. Yeah.
I also have been adding some more meditation into my day. I've been using Julie's Advent series to do that, and it has been wonderful.
So good. Yeah, thanks, Julie, so much for giving us that incredible tool. So simple, very grounding, very, very appreciative. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, well, yeah, just think about that yourself. All of these changes take time, a little bit of effort here and there, and we can measure these things. So it's very effective to take the time to think about it, how you're going to measure it, small steps every day. And honestly, we all have the innate ability to grow bit by bit. We are born for it. So just one step at a time. All right. Okay, so today I will introduce you to practices that physically support your body's natural reserves with supplements. Last time we talked about the balance of macronutrients to support resilience, like fats, proteins, and carbs. So now it's on to those ever so important micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, and the like. So if you prefer to get your micronutrients from foods, I will also give examples of food sources by a few handouts at the end, so keep that in mind. All right, so just as a quick disclaimer, this class is not intended to diagnose, treat, or mitigate any disease. Dietary supplements and foods can interact with any prescription medications, so if you are on any medications, please become informed of possible interactions. Okay, so what we put into our bodies is one way that we do have control over stress and our response to the environment. So let that sink in real quick. We do have some control. This is very empowering. Good nutrition is one of the most effective ways to buffer our bodies from the long-term physiological effects of stress. And we can't forget that we are mind, body, and spirit. It all works together. When the stress response is turned on, the body quickly depletes or burns through many important nutrients such as B vitamins and magnesium, and is unable to adequately replace them if they're not there in return. This leaves us drained and strained, not only in the present, but then less able to respond in the future with resilience. So it's kind of like running your car on an empty gas tank. Okay, so before we go there to supplements, I do want to first emphasize what I talked about a few weeks ago, the importance of a nutrient-dense diet. Supplements themselves cannot replace the practice of feeding our bodies with whole foods. Whole foods are what we are made of, what we are designed to consume. In short, whole foods are foods found closest to their natural state, such as vegetables, meats, grains, etc. In contrast to whole foods, we find nutrient-lacking processed foods, such as damaged fats, fast food, chips, cereal, breads, microwave meals, etc. All of the convenience foods that fit so well into our fast-paced demands. Unfortunately, during the processing of these foods, they're stripped away of lots of nutrients that fuel healthy bodies. Society hasn't always been so burdened by chronic health and stress problems, but it sadly has become our modern day norm. Why do you think we have collectively fallen so short of optimal amounts of nutrients that our bodies were created for? Think about it, share your thoughts by unmuting yourself into the chat pane. Yeah, why do you think we have collectively fallen so short of what we need for nutrients? It's been your experience. So Chris says the dirt we grow food in is depleted. Yes, yes, yes. So the soil that the food is grown in, I think that's one thing that hard to really become aware of unless you are growing food yourself. If you really know what's in the soil. As the years have gone by, the soil has become very depleted by industrialized food processing, etc. Yeah. Okay. So many factors are at play here. But an industrialized food system and the processing of foods to quickly churn out sales, etc., have led to a slew of nutritional insufficiencies, including the soil it's grown in. So it's really no wonder that our bodies and minds are so stressed out and susceptible. We are pressed in on all sides without the resources that we were designed for. First of all, I want to extend my solidarity. This is something we are all in together, and the fight for wholeness is ours. We can fight back, and I am proud of each one of you for doing your own work. There's really no telling how much that can grow and expand as we continue to focus on healing and supporting ourselves. Julie said, we're not eating real whole food. Yes, yes. So the focus on processed foods not in their whole form as found in nature. The water we drink is softened to save our appliances and make it safe to drink, but it removes the nutrients. Yes, yes. So many minerals found in natural water in its natural state. Okay, so, oops. On top of the priority of a nutrient-dense diet is the use of a few key supplements just to fill in those modern-day nutrient gaps. And I think we've discussed why that is important. We've got lots of gaps. So here are some of the most important nutrients for stress specifically. First up, B vitamins. On top of supporting healthy energy levels, the B complex vitamins have been recognized to support healthy mood and resilience since the 1940s. These water-soluble nutrients are among the first to be depleted during times of stress. The body needs these vitamins to help make serotonin and other calming neurotransmitters. And these are the chemicals in our brains that support mood and communication between our nervous system. So give it a try. A B50 complex is a good place to start. Can you guys see this? Nod your heads. Yeah, great. Okay, a B50 complex with at least 50 milligrams of vitamins B1, 2, and 3 is a really good place to start. If you look for 50 milligrams of those top 3 B vitamins, all of the other 8 B vitamins are typically then in good balance. This particular one from Solaray, you can find on the shelves for $6.99 here at the store. It's a pretty cost-effective way to increase your nutrients. All right, so secondly, we have magnesium. Now, magnesium is essential for hundreds of biochemical processes in the body, and it acts as a sort of gatekeeper, which balances excitatory calcium in cells. So calcium is more of a stimulating mineral, and then you could say that magnesium is our calming mineral. Magnesium can also help suppress the release of stress hormones and may prevent adrenal stress hormones from penetrating the blood-brain barrier. So it kind of helps support the brain from those stress hormones that are crossing that barrier. This is another nutrient that is quickly depleted in stressful times. So try 300 to 400 milligrams a day in divided doses. Here's another Solaray product. I particularly like this one because it comes 400 milligrams in a total dose, but each one is 100 milligrams, so you can divide it throughout the day. This kind of helps your body to absorb it a lot better. All right, so you can find this one in particular for $16.39 on the shelves at Natural Grocers. Okay, so while the previous supplements I mentioned are essential for everyone's healthy stress response, there are a few others to mention that could be based on your particular needs. So focus on the B's and the magnesium, and maybe choose one or two from those I'm about to list. Omega-3 fatty acids, which are very prevalent in the brain and support a healthy functioning brain. One thing to keep in mind. Adaptogens, which are specific herbs that support the body's ability to adapt to stress, such as ashwagandha, rhodiola, Siberian ginseng. And lastly, vitamin D, our current nutrient to know about through the end of the year. So vitamin D is found in the majority of body cells and plays a role in the production of those neurotransmitters that support a healthy mood. This vitamin is especially important in the months that we're in, from October through February, when our bodies do not synthesize it from the sun. So it's called the sunshine vitamin for a reason. And many of us are likely deficient. All right, so here's an example of vitamin D3 on our shelves, and currently at $6.59 for a 180-day supply. So vitamin D is a very cost-effective way to support your nutrient balance. All right, so please check out the handouts that I will send to you for more information on all of this. This is just kind of a sampling of all sorts of nutrients that you can try, and any of the supplements that interest you. I will also send out a handout of those food sources for each nutrient if you're interested in getting those nutrients from your diet. I also offer free one-on-one virtual coaching sessions if you are interested in finding out what specifically might cater more to your body's needs. We can always have a conversation about that. And if you're interested in more classes, Natural Grocers on a corporate level will be offering virtual keto reset classes coming up in January and February. So I'm going to copy that link here into the chat pane if you'd like to check it out. I'll also, we can also send that in an email after the series here. Oops. All right, so there's a link to the Keto Reset page from Natural Grocers. Classes will start on January 20th. That's a Wednesday at 7 p.m. nationally, so it's a virtual class throughout the nation. And then virtual community support sessions will be local here on Saturdays. So starting January 23rd at 11 a.m., I will be giving support classes. Support sessions. We can talk about some of the questions that you have. We'll focus on some key parts of the keto diet, but we're also going to talk about primal diet, paleo diet, and also all sorts of other low carb diets. So yeah, if you guys are interested, that's coming up. So thank you for joining me this week. What can we look forward to next week?
Can I ask a quick question about the class? Can you do the support sessions with you virtually?
Yes, yes. So if you are not up for doing it in a group setting, I'm always open for a one-on-one coaching session. So the coaching sessions are available for whatever topics you choose. Oftentimes they're more close to an hour, but I usually budget out an hour and a half for anybody. But whatever time that you want to spend with me on whatever topics, so that could include keto. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Are there any more questions? I see Audrey had a comment on vitamin D. Yeah, vitamin D. And I know my mom had said the nursing home she works at recommended C and zinc as well as melatonin.
Yes.
For all their residents and staff. So yeah, all those, it all adds up, and yeah, this time of year we don't get that vitamin D.
Right. So it's essential right now. Yeah.
Even on beautiful days like today, we still can't absorb enough from the sun.
Yeah.
It's not high enough in the sky. So yeah, vitamin D is really crucial. Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. All righty. Well, thank you so much, Chelsea. Very informative.
So good to be back live with you.
Yay. And next week, I'm excited to share about journaling. Besides guided meditations, journaling is one of the best ways that I have found to keep me centered, to help me let go of, and then bounce back from many kinds of stress. And then just keep me on that higher level where I am feeling joy and I am being happy, and I do feel like I'm back on track most of the time. And I'm really excited to share about journaling with you. So next week, bring a piece of paper and a pencil or of some kind, because you'll get to do a little bit. I won't have you do too much, but a little bit to get a taste, to see what it can do for you, some of my favorite forms and what it can do for you. So until then, have an awesome-tastic week.